What's up, guys? Coming back at you with another Showdown Live, part 3 of the fun sun teams. I don't know about you guys, but here in isolation, the weather is miserable where I am right now. It's a rainy, awful day, so I want to kind of live that beach life. Seems appropriate with the sun team. So let's don our gear, get ready for another devastating series of sweeps thanks to Heliolisk and VENUSAUR. This time I'm going to get my predictions right. I got kind of rocked last time, but as I said, if you're losing because of your predictions, that is not the worst thing in the world because it's an easy thing to correct. If you're losing because of like bad positioning, or your game plan is off, or you don't have answers to huge threats like, oh gosh, Melmetal. I've got a lot of counts to Melmetal, but anyways, if that's why you're losing, that's a bigger concern. But if you're just predicting wrong, that's easy. Just predict better next time. That's all it takes. Okay. Excuse me. So we got very offensive core with the Zero Aura and Dragon Bolt, very speedy. They should not be faster than my VENUSAUR, however. The VENUSAUR is going to be able to Earth Power the Zero Aura. Won't be able to kill the Dragon Bolt right out of the gates, but with a little bit of chip, I could manage that. Of course, kills Clefable 2 with the Sludge Bomb. A Weather Ball will knock out the Corviknight in addition to the Melmetal, and an Earth Power on the Toxapex. So Toxapex has been kind of the bane of my Sun team thus far. I gotta be careful around it. If I predicted those Earth Powers a little bit earlier, would have been better. And you know, Heliolisk hits pretty hard with that Volt Switch, but just not quite enough. I need to get some offensive pressure going before I can kind of get him in and really do damage. But okay, so predicting the lead matchup. Honestly, Torkoal seems like a pretty great lead from everything except for Dragapult, because if he's a special Dragapult, he can just Draco Meteor me right away and smoke me. But you know what? It's good versus everyone else. Gets up Sun, maybe even get up Rocks, and if he does go to Dragon Bolt, I've got a game plan. I can maybe go to Aegislash or my Milotic. So I'm going to give it a shot. Let's see, he makes the correct play in my opinion, but again, I do have a backup plan for this. If I'm him, I'm definitely, he's thinking like, this guy wants a greedy Stealth Rocks up. I'm going to smoke him for his greed with a Draco Meteor. Let's see if it pans out. Come on, come on. It does, nice. Okay, so that's perfect. We're with Fairy types, that's really the best play I got under Draco Meteor. He should be swapping now. I'm guessing he's choice locked. And if he's doing a swap, then I guess Melmetal's the best call. So I'm probably gonna make a double to counter that appropriately. My VENUSAUR or my Heliolisk. Who hits harder? Looks like it's Heliolisk pretty handily. Okay. If that's the case, I will go to my Heliolisk on his Corviknight. Great. We had a couple people early on who didn't really understand the threat of Weather Ball. Again, for those just tuning in, it changes its typing based on the weather, and it doubles its damage to base 100. Plus, you add the Sun's extra 50% boost. It is a real nuke. But most opponents I've come up against so far have been pretty cognizant of that fact. So I'm going to Volt Switch. Hopefully, we get the Toxapex. Of course, that would still smoke the Corviknight. And no, he doesn't respect it whatsoever. He has no respect for the Weather Ball. Insane. Or he just, 1000 IQ'd me. That's very possible, too. I'm expecting a kind of a knockoff, I'll go to Torkoal, maybe eat up some rocks. He will eat up the knockoff pretty handily. Yep, he does do so. I'm not sure if he's planning on bulking up here, but I can take one bulk up after Stealth Rocks. No, it goes straight to Dragapult, resets the situation, which is smart because, again, I don't have a great swap in for the Draco Meteor. Although I wouldn't be surprised if he goes for Shadow Ball this time. So I'm tempted to go, I should go Heliolisk on the Shadow Ball because the normal type resists it, but that would be such a dumb play. That would be so incredibly dumb. Yeah, I mean, I don't have a swap in here. Maybe I could predict this double and made my own. I could go to, I'm going to go Milotic instead. That's a better call. That's a better call. Okay, so Heliolisk was a good play in theory. Doesn't pan out. And if you're feeding the Toxapex, okay, I'm expecting a Zera Aura, a Corviknight, or a Toxapex here. So I want an answer that beats all three, and I think VENUSAUR handles that pretty well. Goes to Corviknight this time. I dare you to go to that dumb Zera Aura again. Although he's probably going to Toxapex here. But I dare you. Okay, well. Once again, we are off to a rocky start with these predictions. But that did a decent amount of damage. I want to at least just scope out this Earth Power's damage. VENUSAUR, as we said before, this is kind of a frustrating matchup for him. Oh, okay, let's see how much this does. Does a good amount. We'll take it. Milotic's a little low. Draco Meteor's going to do a lot. Shoot. If he was full, he could eat this right up. Oh, he Fire Blast. That's a relief. Okay, now I can get off this recover. I'm going to lose some momentum. He's probably going to go to Zera Aura here. Yep, he does do that. I can go to VENUSAUR on Plasma Fist, but then he's faster than me, so that's not great. I can go to Helios, go to Plasma Fist. He could, of course, go for a safe knockoff and just try to remove something. Knockoff isn't going to hit me and Milotic very hard at all, though. I'm going to go to Torkoal, just get the sun back up. Again, I'm trying to keep the suspension pressure going. He bulks up this time. Lavaplum's going to do about 40%. So that's very tempting. That's very, very, very tempting. If anyone dies, I can get Cinderace. No, I can't actually. I was going to say go in and outspeed it, but that's just patently wrong. I'll Lavaplume. Do about 40%. Okay, he fearfully runs for the hills. Giving these rocks up is great. I'm putting a lot more pressure on than I would otherwise. I'm not sure what he's going to click here. I wouldn't be surprised if he swaps out again, predicting me. I don't want to do Helios because he's able to take that Solar Power at the end of a turn. That's kind of like not a great situation. I guess I'll go to Venusaur again. Let's see what he does. He Scalds. Okay, don't burn, don't burn. Okay, we get by, we get by. I've revealed the Earth Power. I expect him to be afraid of it, and I expect him to go Corviknight. Come on. Come on. Oh, okay, well. They're all rocking the Protects and the Bunkers and the Drain in my Sun. Now it's a really tricky 50-50. I think he'd have to be crazy to go to Corviknight after I just revealed the Weather Ball there. So I think he's probably going to go for mid-ground or stay in and try to recover off the Earth Power and kind of scope out the damage. That seems very likely to me. I just can't get a prediction with this right with this team. Like, I'd like to say that I'm playing these teams well, but like, I just can't get a prediction for the life of me. This guy's insane. Good grief. Okay, he's definitely Volt Switching here. Sorry, he's definitely defogging here. So I can get this guy in for free. I think that's a pretty fortuitous matchup. Oh, he's U-turning. He's keeping the rocks up. That's actually okay. I renewed the Sun. Goes to Melmetal. EQ is definitely going to reveal itself. Lava Plume would smoke him if it wasn't the case. But for now, I'm expecting the EQ. I'll go to Milotic. Maybe I can burn him first. I want to see how much damage this does. Okay, manageable amount of damage. Milotic isn't quite as like survivable as some of your other big tanks, which is fair because its defensive stats are way too high otherwise. But instead of like getting 6% every turn, it's losing 6% every turn because of its burn. So it's not quite got that longevity. Recover helps this a great deal, of course. I guess I'll go to Cinderace just because I know he's going to defog here. Okay, so he's going to definitely swap out this turn. If he stays in, he's an absolute psycho madman. So get U-turn, maybe get some momentum back. Goes to Toxapex. Again, this Toxapex is really just the fact that it pivots in so freely is really difficult for me to deal with. Helios coming at the end of the turn is going to take a lot of solar power damage. So I'll go to Venusaur again. Oh, the Sun's gone. Did I get... Oh, I didn't realize that Heat Rock got knocked off. I didn't really correlate that in the head. So now my offensive pressure is really stupended. If I can get a Torkoal and I only got like 3 turns of damage to deal. Okay, but I'm still faster than Toxapex in the meanwhile. However, he should be going to Corviknight on a Sunless Venusaur anytime. I'm not threatening it whatsoever. So I'm going to make a double to my Cinderace. If he Scalds, that would really suck though. I guess I'll go to Helios instead. That's a bit of a better mid-ground. It takes 24%. That's way more than I expected. I wonder if he Volt Switches, or if he goes to 0 and then Volt Switch this time. I will Hyper Voice, he Baneful Bunkers, now he's going to stay in. Again, these Toxapexes are doing a devastating number of me. Last time I talked about adding Ground type to help sort of make up for this Toxapex weakness, but I didn't actually follow through on it, and it is paying off poorly. Goes to Dragapult, okay. Milotic's healthy, so that should be an automatic swap in. He should recognize that in U-turn, but I don't want to take the risk otherwise. My team's already, I think I'm in a pretty solid disadvantage state right now. And if I capitalize on that by eating a bad Shadow Ball or a bad Draco Meteor, then I'm just in huge trouble. I arguably shouldn't have let the Aegislash take that 55% last time, but I always want to start these Sun games off with such a bang, because if I get into this situation that I'm in right now, he does U-turn, that's the correct play in my opinion. But yeah, if I get into these situations, I find it so hard to get momentum back. I just gotta make these reads correctly. Again, if I killed that Corviknight, I would have been in a great position. It would have been a terrible swap-in for this Toxapex. Sun or not, he wouldn't have been able to beat my Venusaur. But now he's in a great position, and the Zera Aura keeps getting in really freely on his Milotic, which is also very problematic. Tempted to Scald, because I could threaten it with a burn, and he can't really... He could obviously Plasma Fist me, but I don't think he's going for that off the rip this time. If I lost the Life Orb on this Venusaur, it would really just not do anything to the Toxapex anymore, so that would really suck. I wonder whose Rocker even is in this team. Probably the Clefable, I suppose. Clefable's not getting it at all right now. So if I lose the boots on my Cinderace, it's not the end of the world. But if he goes to Plasma Fist, it'll be a 2 at KO. So that's not much better. I think either Venusaur or Milotic. I just gotta predict whether he goes for... it's another 50-50, I guess. I gotta predict the knockoff or I gotta predict the Plasma Fist. And I don't think he's Plasma Fisting this turn, so I will Scald. Yeah, I get that right. And if I'm gonna lose any item on this team, it's gonna be that Flame Orb that I want. And we get so lucky. Scald is dumb. Don't let this be a lesson to you all that Scald is a dumb move. And I'll haze him. Oh, this is disrespectful. I want to feel Plasma Fist this turn. He doesn't. Okay. Now I'm going to lose my son. I want to go to Venusaur now. I do. But I'll go to Torkoal. If he doesn't have anything up, then Torkoal really isn't that scared. You've already knocked off... You've taken my Lifeblood. You've taken my Heat Rock. I don't care what you can do to me anymore. If I'm him, I'm staying in, to be honest. But this is still a valuable sack, and it's still a speed threat. So maybe this guy was a... I was going to say maybe he's a Scarf for this whole time, but that damage felt like Specs to me. But anyways, I think he's probably going to Pex here. I'm going to double to my Venusaur. We do get that correctly. I have to Earth Power on his Painful Bunker, sadly. I want to do it again. Again, I feel like he's going to scout it out and stay in. Yeah, okay, finally get a prediction right. It does nothing. I wonder if that's full Spadef. Oh my gosh, I really have absolutely nothing for this guy. That's Spadef too. I don't have a physical attack that can hit him strong enough. Solar Blade, maybe. I'll see if I can force a situation with Solar Blade, but I mean, Cinderace is doing nothing. Torkoal's doing nothing. I might have to make a mid-live edit to this team because these Toxpixes are really just rocking me. If I'm doing that much with this is looking perilous, gang. I'll go to... There's no way he's Scalding right now. It's Baneful Bunker. There's no way, right? No. Oh, okay. We don't get the Karma quite yet. I could, of course, get a situation where I Destiny Bond, but I lost the Sun, so I don't want to do it right now. Now I'm kind of playing it poorly in the mid game. I'm panicking here. You can definitely tell my opponent, if he's any good, which I suspect he is probably recognizing my panic right now. But again, like without this Toxpack, it's just a free swap in. The Regenerator means I can't even like kind of wear it down, and Recover and Baneful Bunker is really just the final knock in the coffin here. If he DC's actually, there's no way he's gone, right? There's no way I can luck out this hard. It's impossible. It's inconceivable. Okay, yeah, I was about to say that would be unprecedented luck, even for me. So I think my luck on this channel so far, if I have to like judge it holistically, I think it's been quite positive. So we don't get it that time. Yeah, I'm gonna try a Solar Blade. Like maybe this guy's full Spadef. I feel like the max defense Bolt Talk specs are way more popular because it's a great counter to Dracovish, especially in a team like this guy's who doesn't have Seismitoad or a Water Absorber. You really need a hard Dracovish counter. Hell, it even helps counter Cloyster to a limited extent. Doesn't do too much. Okay. I wonder if he'll Scald again. He might protect on a possible Solar Beam. I haven't revealed my whole set, but I don't think that's my opponent's concern so far. I'm really running out of time, so I can't be screwing around too much. I'm going to do Egg Slash. If he burns me, like he should be... Okay, he does go for a Toxic there. I'm just going to scout this damage. Oh, he goes for Corviknight. Yeah. If this Egg Slash can't 1v1 the Toxapex, I mean, maybe I could get off a Destiny Bond on it. That'd be pretty funny. He's U-turning here for sure. But anyways, if I can get that situation, maybe. But once that Toxapex is dead, like it opens up completely. But I have to get Torkoal and one of my sweepers alive, who are already getting a little bit low. So this is definitely perilous. He gets the Clefable in. Now he's going to get some free rocks. I'll go to Cinderace because he can eat the Moonblast. I threaten him out with this Sun Boosted Power Ball. Actually, it won't be Sun Boosted after this turn. But I can Court Change the rocks, nothing else. Okay, go straight for the Moonblast. Does a lot of damage. That might be an offensive set. I'm going to do like a little bit of a speculative Pyro Ball. No, never mind. The 16%, I feel like it's not even that. I should run a calc if it wasn't a timer. Did I start the timer? No, he did. Ah, the bugger. No, I can't even U-turn because he could do a Baneful Bunker here. He won't, but I can't risk it. Go to Milotic. He can't be my Milotic, but the Zeraora certainly can. He's going to go to this turn, and I'm going to go to my brother. I don't know. It's not that. I'll go to Heliolisk on it. Goes to Clefable. I'll Volt Switch. He should get free rocks. I'm assuming this is the rocker. I can only assume. That might be an offensive set, because even crit or not, that did a lot of damage right there. I can't let this guy take much more health. Ugh. Soft boils. Okay. I'm going to Stealth Rock. I should wall the Moonblast. Fire types are a good counter to Clefable. Oh, he leaves again. Come on. Take 2, baby. Take 2. Well, come on. Come on. Get there. Get there. I'm wearing the sun hat, man. I'm doing everything I can. I'm fighting for my life. But yes, in general, Talk Specs I think is a huge wall to Sun in general. Just the longevity, you know, the longevity between Recover and Baneful Bunker. He does reconnect, that sucks. But the longevity between Regenerator, Baneful Bunker, Recover, its general beefiness and huge stats just means that, like, it wears you down. It can come in very frequently against the Sun. So before you know it, your Sun turns have completely burnt out. And he did a great job and knocked off my Heat Rock. So now those Sun turns are cut in half again. And it's kind of suffocating. Oh, man. David having some trouble connecting. I feel bad, but we will take that to the bank if that's what happens. So yeah, Talk Specs is a bit of a problem. I'll take a look at the old team builder. Maybe I'll run it. I don't love Excadrill here because, as I said, this team already has a rather substantial ground weakness. So I don't want to screw around too much with that and increase it with the Excadrill. But it would still give me a valuable steel attacking type, because I do need a steel attacking type in my opinion. And of course, it's still got a ground type that can help deal that pressure out and force out some Talk Specs. But even then, if I'm swapping in Skulls a lot and it gets burned, then once I'm in the same situation as it was before. Holy cow, opponent is absolutely struggling. Come on, we will take it. I don't want another neutral 1-1 live. I want a 2-0. Oh, it's so close. It is so perilously close. Ah! Come on. Yes! Oni joint. Sorry, bro. I couldn't even turn up the timer if I wanted to. I think you had me. Okay, so that is a good opportunity. I got graciously gifted a win there. I will take to my team builder and see what I can do about this. Okay, we are back. So I have decided to go with the Hatterene here. I was debating Reuniclus, because Reuniclus is a very famous Talk Specs counter. It can come in on anything, you wall it completely, and you can threaten them out with Psychic special attacking moves. I went for a Hatterene here instead, because it does feel a somewhat similar role. Magic Bounce is in Magic Guard, but has a somewhat similar niche. Still a very powerful Psychic that I'm dealing out here. The Calm Mindset is what I've opted for right now. I'm not sure if I'll be doing enough damage to really threaten it out. I might change this set before I go right into it. But it also helps with some hazard control, which I was a little bit worried about. Having the Torkoal as a rocker and the spinner can be a little bit of pressure. Between Court Change and this and Rapid Spin, I'm going to have complete control of hazards. As I say, it's a huge aspect of Sun gameplay. I do end up trading a Steel type in for a Fairy type, which is, you know, 2 very core defensive types in Sword and Shield. But it's of course great. I love to have both, but it's a Sun team. There's not a lot of room for teams like this if you especially want to keep defensive pressure like I so dearly do. So as a result, my team's going to be a little bit weaker to Dragapult. That's a big one, or any really ghost type in general. So to help that, you know, there's a 50-50 now between if a Dragapult, Draco Meteors, my Fairy type, or if he Shadow Pulls, my normal type. So there's like a resistance to both, but I haven't been so hot with the 50-50 still now. So I'm going to slightly tune this Milotic a little bit so I can handle these a little bit more. I can swap in a little bit more freely. I think with the Flame Orb plus the Bold Nature and Defensive Investment, he's still going to be able to take a lot of defensive hits very easily. But this Hatterene should help me out a little bit. And if a Talk Spec starts to mess with me with these Protects and Baneful Bunkers anymore, 1 Calm Mind and I'm in threat of 1-hit KOing it with a Psychic. So I'm feeling optimistic about this change. Again, I'll have a lot of hazard control, and Hatterene is a decent win con in its own right. So we'll give it a shot. Might be a little bit... I don't want to go too far from Zero PRR's team. I think he's the far better team builder than me, but I got to do something about these Talk Specs. They're just absolutely ravaging me. And we don't get any as soon as I make that adjustment. Classic. Classic. We see a very cool team here. I first thought, you know, when I see a wild team like this, I think, oh, it's offense. You know, this Arachnine's going to get up sticky webs and be a hyper offense team. But, I mean, these two are more defensive, if anything. Melmetal can be anything he wants to be. He can shoot for the stars. But these two are pretty primarily offensive attackers. So, fearing this Araquanid, I am going to open out with my... I think I'm going to go Torkoal. And if he does go Araquanid, if he doesn't go Araquanid, he's got a good matchup against 1, 2, 3, 4. No, not that I consider. Maybe not that great. I was going to say that, and then I can just like swap into Hatterene if he does go to this guy. Okay, I'll go Helios instead, actually. I like that a little bit better. Goes for her Zeraora. Wasn't 100% what I was expecting. I could Hyper Voice, but in close combat's going to do a lot. I'm going to swap into the Venusaur here. Don't knock me off, please. Volt switches. Okay, that's what I was fearing. There is a Volt switch set. You know, you don't see that a lot with Zeraora. I think it's usually better to just... Plasma Fist is such a powerful move. Why would you mess around with that? But, you know, Volt switch is so great itself, so I'm not terribly surprised. It's great utility. I want to feel Parting Shot here. Probably a knockoff, so I don't really want to lose Heat Rock so early on. But I don't have a great alternative. Knockoff's going to do a ton of damage. And given by this guy's kind of crazy team, I would be surprised if it's an offensive Incineroar. So I'm probably going to end up losing my Heat Rock here. Excuse me. U-turns instead of Parting Shots. That's already pretty wild. This guy is probably a special Zeraora. Ordinarily, I wouldn't be that afraid. But if he's special, then I don't want to screw around too much. Or is he going to Volt Switch again, just keep momentum and keep, you know, Volt turning on me? Whoa, this is a tricky decision. I think I'm going to go to Venusaur again. He's getting chipped between Life Orb. It's not going to be great. If he does do that, I'm at 50%. Not great. But I don't think he's got a great swap in here all of a sudden. Incineroar, okay. You are slower, my friend, and you don't have a ground resist. He probably doesn't know I have the Earth Power. He does not. It does nothing. A crit does... It must be Assault Vest. It simply must be Assault Vest. Excuse me. Whew, all of a sudden. Okay, so far, so very bad. So very, very bad. He's Assault Vest. I'm not even sure Helios could take him out. Hatterene is too slow. He's going to eat that Flare Blitz in the sun. He's Assault Vest. Maybe Cinderace can do some damage. Cinderace cannot do much damage. Let's just look that up. This has gotten real dicey. Oh boy. Well, I guess I'll go for my Body Press here. He should be U-turning though. If he's going to U-turn, maybe I'll just get a Rocks to counter all this switching around he's doing on me. Will he go to his Dracovish or Araquanid here? He does do so. Now this is actually, I said kind of like offhandedly, oh, I can just go to Hatterene on a Sticky Webs. But if he uses a Bug-type move like Leech Life, then my Hatterene's going to take a big pounding. I think I'll do it initially, and then swap it again. Okay, it does so much damage. Shoot. Just does a dummy amount of damage. Okay. In part due to a crit, but in the sun, that is still kind of wild. This is scary. This is very... I have nothing to really hit him with. Mystical Fire is not doing enough. I'm going to go to Heliolisk on the Bug move. Hopefully I don't take too much. Liquidates again. Does a million damage. I threw this game away. And God, I'm just autopiloting all of a sudden. So all of a sudden we're in a commanding losing position, I'd say. Look at this guy in the Volt Switch. I'm so tilted. I might just throw this one away. Goes to this guy again. I know he's liquidating. I just dropped the sun. You know what? I should play it out. But I have been so destroyed in that one. I'm gonna get one more. Give me my top specs that I so crave. If I'd had a better... Okay, we see another Hatterene here. Another very offensive looking team. Although, of course, if these guys are defensive sets, then maybe not so. I feel like you've seen a lot more Scarf Jirachis than anything else. Okay, I'm going to lead with my... Hatterene actually is a good matchup in general. Once I can get one Calm Mind up, that's looking very fortuitous. Depending on what this guy's set, though. But it's probably beating him regardless of the set. Okay, he might be going to Scyther as a lead here to get up rocks early. I like Venusaur to beat that. I guess wrong. Shoot. I really predicted that hard. The funny thing about Venusaur is even in Sun, he completely loses to Komodo because Weather Ball and Sludge Bomb both affect his Bulletproof, which he should be running. And Giga Drain, of course, is vastly resisted. So that means the Seismitoad isn't the rocker, I'm guessing, because I can only imagine he's going for rocks right now. I'm going to predict this Hatterene swap in, but Hatterene's a great swap in regardless. No, it is just a hard HO set. I wonder if Flash Cannon kills. Okay, so I've just looked at the calc. It's a 30% chance to one-hit KO me. But if I get the Draining Kiss, I'm pretty much back up to full. And then he's down in Pokemon. So maybe this is foolhardy of me, but I'm statistically favored when I make this play. What was I saying about luck earlier? Oh wait, what was I saying about luck earlier? Hold on. I think I am very much snookered though. So I've got to go to my Torkoal here. I have to sack something now. I'll see if I can maybe get Stealth Rocks up before I die. I think this is just a perilously losing loss. Oh man. So now I can get in my Heliolisk here. I should be faster. Dragon Pulse should kill when he's at this range. It doesn't even OHKO it if he was at full health, shockingly. What? So he's got special defense investment on top of that. Oh, my soul. The hat did nothing. I'm just taking huge L's. This is terrible. I don't even know if this guy can kill the Sucker Punch. Okay. God. We need the grandest Venusaur sweep in history. Otherwise, my soul has been sapped, and then these Sun Lives are just going terribly if not. This is so emblematic of what has happened so far. Of course, he goes to Corviknight on it. Watch him perfectly go Seismitoad here. Oh boy. This is just... My soul has been ripped from my heart. As soon as I adjusted the Toxapex, I get absolutely countered. So maybe he had... Let's look at the set I had versus the Hatterene. Well, he could have had a modest nature. Maybe if he was modest, he beats my hat. Maybe that was the case. Maybe I shouldn't be salty, and he had a very clever, modest nature.
Let's rock.
I'm weatherballing, man. Please kill. Nice. Okay, hold on. We are minutely in this. We got 2 more turns to wreak some havoc. Cinderace probably dies to Earth Power. This guy obviously dies to Giga Drain, dies to Weather Ball. To Cinderace. Earth Power seems obvious here. I wonder if he'll go to Corviknight and mess around with me. He got me with that before, and if I'm him, I'm expecting that. I'm gonna do it. Oh, yes. Okay, we finally nailed Corviknight for the first time in history. Does it kill? It does kill. Okay, we're kind of in this. Hold on. I don't know who he'll go to here. It's a Cinderace. Earth Power, Giga Drain. Earth Power kills this guy. Giga Drain kills the Seismitoad. I'm faster than Seismitoad regardless. I want to risk the Earth Power. Oh, he Sucker Punches. Okay, so I make the great play again. Okay, hold on. We are finishing this off. We are finishing this off in historic fashion with me getting 2 predictions right in a row. This is unprecedented. I'm faster. Yes! Yes! The hat's doing it! The hat's gaining power. Come on. Give me that sweet... Boom! Let's go! Okay, so that brings us to 2-1. Let's go! Alright, that last loss was... I'm still reeling. I'm still reeling from that last loss, but we will take this win straight to the bank. Once again, thanks to Zero PR for sending such an awesome team. I hope all my grousing and complaining isn't remotely taken as personally. This team was so fun. I'm probably going to use some more of his teams for the next live. But thanks so much for watching, and take it easy.